Hello everyone and welcome back to Crochet Delight. Today I'm gonna try a tutorial that I found from Rebecca on chemknits. She does dyeing, so I wanted to try and figure out how cool this would look and if it would work. Some of the yarn she dyes has like a nylon blend. The yarn that I'm gonna dye, this is all 100% acrylic, so I don't know how well it'll turn out. And that's my dog in the background. But I'm going to be using Easter egg tablets. I had a couple, well, I had about a little less than half a skein left over, so I did what she recommended and I wound the yarn into loose cakes. So I'm gonna open up this little pack and I'm gonna experiment. So you guys are actually gonna see what happens as this experiment goes on. But I won't keep it on it 24/7, but I will show you the progress as it goes. So let's get started. Let's see. Sorry if my voice trails off a little bit. It's kind of a big kitchen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this red tablet in the center of the big skein. I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna find that other red tablet. I think this is the pink tablet. And I'm gonna stick that in the other end of the skein. And there's that. And I think what I'm going to do for this other one is I'm going to try the blue one. I think that's blue. Yeah, this one looks like the blue one. I haven't done Easter eggs in so long, so I'm going to put that in the center. And I already put a little over 2 tablespoons of white vinegar in here. So before we put that in, I'm going to set the others aside. Thank you, Luke. And I'm going to bring the water to a boil. So once I have that boiling, I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Alright, so now it's boiling and I'm gonna turn it down so it's a simmer. It'll take a little bit for it to just simmer. Our stove kind of works really well, but it looks like it's starting already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to submerge the little cakes in the water. And I'm going to drop the tablets in. Well, this actually looks pretty cool. I can get those cakes to stop floating around. Now this is gonna really jiggle in a sec. I'm gonna try and take my device out of the tripod. It really does not like to be taken out of the tripod. Got it. And I'm gonna show you guys a close-up of what it looks like so far. And I can already see, as you guys can, that some of the yarn came unraveled. I guess I had it a little too loose right there. But this actually looks pretty cool. So I'll check back in about 10-20 minutes to see how it's going. She did say why you use the white vinegar. It adds a little more acid to help the color stick. But look at that. That actually looks really cool. Alright, see you guys back in about 10, possibly 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. We're gonna gently lift one of these up and take a look. I can see some pink right about here, but they look pretty, well, blue to me. They look like they got a little bit of a green tint in them, but so what Rebecca from Chemknits suggests is to wait until the water is clear and still pretty dark, but it's getting there. Yeah, it's still pretty dark, so we'll check back in about another 10-15 minutes, see how it goes. Alright, see you guys real soon. Alright, so as you can see, the pot is still pretty dark, and it's been about 20 minutes. So I just turned the heat off. There's enough heat in there for to just let it sit. So I'm just gonna let it sit, and yeah, I'll come back in about a good half hour. See how well this goes. So far, it looks like they're just blue globs of yarn. So we'll see how everything turns out. Alright. See you guys real soon. Okay, so the water is still pretty dark. It's cooled for quite a while, so I'm gonna get the skeins out. I'm gonna switch to a spatula because I think that might help a little bit. So they seem to be flattening out quite a bit. Squish a little bit of the water out. Fish out that little bit of yarn that unraveled. And let it drip for a couple minutes. And then I'm going to move them onto this plate right here. So it doesn't look that great. It looks like a little blue blob. So let's fish out the other one. Press some of the water out. Let it drain. And set it on the plate. Now that's what we have for the yarn. It looks like a nice sky blue, light blue. I'm gonna let it dry, and we're gonna, well, I'm not gonna let it dry completely. I'm gonna just let it cool down so that we don't shock the fibers when we go to rinse it. So I'll see you guys back when this is pretty much cold. Alright, so I haven't really cooled off the yarn yet, but I noticed something a little interesting. At the bottom of the pot there's these pinkish purple specks. So I guess that's what you get at the very end. Looks like some of it over there might be some fibers that came loose, but it actually doesn't look like that. It looks more like it's just little globs of the actual tablets. Alright, so these are about dry enough, and you can see that they're very pale blue. And if you peek inside, you don't really see any of the other color. It looks like all the colors just blended right together to give you this light blue, which for my first attempt, I'm happy with it because the dye in the tablets actually stuck, but they didn't stick as well as I had hoped, which is the downside. So I'm going to wash these and give them the wash test. And I don't think you can really see it right there, but some of the color's already coming out, so yeah, there it is. So I would not recommend dyeing acrylic yarn with Easter egg tablets. So that was actually the whole point of this experiment, was to see if it's possible. It is, but it won't stick. See, it's coming white. It's possible, but it won't stick, and now you guys know that it's not even worth your time. So go ahead and try the wool yarn instead. There have been better results with that, so I'm looking forward to trying to dye some wool yarn here eventually. Alright. Happy hooking, everyone! And don't forget, dyeing acrylic yarn with Easter egg tablets is useless. Alright, bye!